Welcome to the Emotional Connectivity Podcast of Talent Management Academy. The topic in how far you can proactively behave when you are annoyed about others without blaming them was explained by Rolf in his last week's podcast, giving you some impulses for reflection. Let me give you today some inspiration for dry spells, and I'm pretty sure that this term rings a bell also with you. Speaking of dry spells, I have a picture of how I am walking a long road without any water. A terrible idea, especially in hot summer. It's as if I had suffered want and I were dying for water. In the figurative sense, it is not only a matter to suffer from lack of water, but to overcome difficult times. We've just escaped the pandemics, corona crisis characterized by no or only very few social contacts, many restrictions permanently changing through a great variety of rules, lost base of existence, family and partner relationships put to test, and yet it's not over. How can we manage to come through these times? What helps us to increase our perseverance? How did you manage hard times of disappointment in your life? Maybe you are one of those people who seem to always bounce back because you manage crisis by means of resilience. What does this word actually mean? Resilience is the combination of inner strengths by means of which resilient people do not only overcome difficulties, but may emerge even stronger from these challenges. I got to know this term in a technical environment when testing material subjected to shock. Speaking of humans, it means that life crisis can be overcome without any long-term health impairment. So we are talking here about a process supporting you in better handling risks and difficulties. The good news is you can train your resilience. The perceived bad news is training will never end. It's a lifelong learning challenge. Resilient people excel in optimism, acceptance, and solution-oriented focus. And now ask yourself how you look at the world. Where do you focus if something is not working well? Do you manage to keep your positive focus even in case of problems? What's going on with you if you reach your limit? Be clear that everything is connected to everything else, and already mentioned by Rolf in his podcast, that you cannot change other people. Finally, hand on heart. Do you believe that you have endlessly to analyze problems in detail before being able to solve them? Or do you even make the assumption that there is only one correct solution? This reminds me of a saying that has come true again and again. The person who wants something will find a way. The person who doesn't will find an excuse. Take responsibility for your life and provide for proactive organization. That's a way to survive dry spells with resilience.